Hello, it's Nikki. Welcome to another character quest video. So today is Albedo's video. I just want to preface this by saying that a lot of the big lore drops on Albedo happen in the events. He's like essentially an event character. He's like never in any of the main Archon quests or anything, so all of my discussion of him at the end and theories and stuff is going to be like non-existent because this quest gives us nothing in terms of like showing us who Albedo really is. It's kind of like a tease. I think it came out, I'm assuming it came out alongside the event that he was introduced in. So yeah, I have no idea what I'm talking about really because there's not a lot to go on from this quest. There's a lot of like questions I get, but not a lot of answers. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and move on to the table of contents. First up, we have the story quest, demos and trailers, lore and voice lines, theories, and character log at the end where I talk about my opinions of them and all that kind of stuff. Enjoy. I do see secrets though.
お客さん彼に何か用でもいやいや、いつもならここにいるからちょっと気になっただけだ。
Also, this is the first time we're meeting her in canon, I guess.
彼ならアルベド先生に呼ばれたよ。代わりに私がここにいるの。
So he's her teacher. She called him sensei.
私はスクロース。 アルベド先生の助手。
Oh.
錬金術に関する質問なら私に聞いて力になれるよう頑張るから。
No need to be nervous.
私緊張してるように見える？
I mean, just a little.
ごめんなさい。普段は実験室にこもってて、外出も他人と会話することもあまりないから。
Okay, I mean, that's understandable. It's
必要
okay.
なら私を呼んで、いらないなら私そこで本読んでるから。うん。ありがとうな。オイラたち慣れてるから心配はいらないぞ。そうだよな。
We'll leave her alone.
まさかあなた、風魔竜を倒したあの伝説の旅人？
Legendary is a bit
あなた
much.
の話をたくさん聞いたよ。 いつか近くで研究したいと思ってたの。
Research you up close? Okay, that's
研究？
that's a
ごめん
little...
なさい、気にしないで。でも、あなたならきっとアルベド先生の力になれると思う。さっきからアルベド先生の話ばかりだな。そいつもモンドの錬金術師か？紹介が遅れてごめん。アルベド先生はセピュロス騎士団の首席錬金術師。私とティマイオスの先生でもあるの。普段はティマイオスが錬金術を教えてるとこしか見かけないけど、そのアルベドは先生
He
の
might
先
be
生
like
って
head
ことだな。
alchemist or something.
はい。先生は世界の真相の探求に力を入れ
The
てて、
truth of this
成果をたく
world,
さん出して
eh?
るの。先生の助けを求めるために、わざわざモンドに来る錬金術師もよく見かけるよ。
Oh
どんな
wow.
難題でも
Okay.
先生に聞いたらすぐ解決するの。
So a very smart dude.
すごい人なんだな。うん。でも最近先生の研究がうまくいってないみたいで、会うときはいつも元気がないの。あな
Not
た
sure
が
I
体
can
験し
help
た
him.
冒険はきっと先生も興味があるはずだから、インスピレーションのきっかけになるんじゃないかな。先生は礼儀をわきまえた人だし、彼を助けたらきっと相応のお返しをもらえるはず。できるかもね。生命の極致を探求するのも先生の研究課題の一つだから。アルベド先生は今、ティマイオスと一緒に雪山にい
In the
るはず。
mountains.
案内したいけど、錬金場から離れるわけにはいかないから、雪山の入り口で探してみて。先生は穏やかな若い方で学者のオーラがあって、それから
True scholar?
どう説明すればいいかわからない。
She's like, sense his scholarly aura in the general direction of the mountain pass. And you should be okay. Well, if it's in the mountains, we should be making this. Because I don't want to freeze my ass off. Okay, so we're all loaded up on food, goodies, and stuff. So let's go ahead and head into the, oh boy, the mountain. I haven't even finished discovering this mountain. This mountain intimidates me, dude. I've only been here a couple times. Oh wait, is that Rosaria? This is the second time we've seen her. Oh, and Barbara.
そういうのには参加しないって言ったよね。もっと大事なことがあるの。
Okay.
でも今回は記念的な行事だし、シスターのみんなには出席してほしくて。
This event? Sisters.
それは君の考えだし、他人の願いを叶えることは私の仕事じゃないわ。
Okay.
それは。
君こそ今回の行事の責任者よね。変だと思わないの？
どこか変かな。
今からモンドに戻っても開始時間に間に合わないわよね。君を
what
はめ
is
るために
going on between
誰
these
かが
two?
仕組んだんじゃないの？
Oh.
そんな、みんなはそういうことしないと思う。
Yes, they are.
それは証拠次第じゃないかしら。それとも君は他人を疑うことを知らないの？安心して。君がこのまま戻っても誰も怒らないわよ。私が参加すると思ってないでしょうからね。これ以上もたもたしてると本当に遅刻しちゃうけど。
そうだった。大事な記念行事、遅刻したらまずい。じゃあ戻るね。
So I'm assuming this event is the event that came out in conjunction with this quest.
なんかあのシスター、詭弁しか言ってなかった気がするな。
さっきから気づいてるわよ。君たち誰？
Dang, she's sharp.
何の？
気をつけろ。危険なやつだと思うぞ。
I don't think she's mean. I think at the heart of whatever she was saying to Barbara was just like, don't let people fool you.
長い歴史を持つセピロス教会のメンバーよりも
Eavesdropping
君
Pixie.
のような素性の知れない浮遊物の方が危険だと思うけど。
今の聞こえたのか？すごい小声で言った。
Paimon, you never do anything quietly.
浮遊物を連れた異邦人。なるほど。君が風魔竜を倒した栄誉騎士。その肩書きに免じて盗み聞きの件は多めに見てあげるわ。でないと君たちの返答次第では最悪牢屋に入れる可能性もあるから。
She's like, you know what she reminds me of? She reminds me of Kaya, but with none of the charm or like niceties. She's just all dagger's
シスターにだっ
edge.
て正義感はある
It's
わよ。
awesome.
なんだか違和感があるけど否定もできないな。
君たちこそ何のために雪山に来たの？
Oh my god. No, we're gonna be
彼を
honest.
探すならその足跡をたどってみるといいわ。
Oh.
雪が止んでからここを通る人は結構多かったから。
もしかしてお前も彼を探しに来たのか？
違うわ。これらの足跡に元素力が残ってたからね。食
Oh,
病
she
病
can
みたい
sense
なもの
elemental
に
traces.
警戒しておいて損はないの。
Not everyone can do that.
勝手に思ってなさい。
I couldn't
私が彼の様子を見に行くから。
I couldn't care what you think. I like her.
足跡に元素力が残ってるなら元素資格を使えば鮮明に見えるだろうな。
ところでこの急に消えてまた急に現れる浮遊物の能力に興味があるんだけど。
I also find this to be interesting.
なんだ？
犯罪を犯した後、誰にも気づかれずに現場から逃げられるってことよね。
おい、犯罪者を前提に話を進めるな。
Paimon is very sus, so I'm with Rosaria on that one. But the fact that she canonically disappears, not like just a game mechanic. I am not fighting them right now. But the fact that she like actually disappears is interesting.
寒くなってきたな。ロサリアは寒くないのか？
私？特には。こういう劣悪な環境での行動には慣れてるから。
セフィロス教会のシスターは経験豊富だって褒めるべきなんだろうか。
No, I just think it's Rosaria's. She's just a hard ass. Oh, there he is. God, it looks so cold. What the hell?
あれがアルベドか？なんでこんな場所にいるんだ？
アルベドは絵を描くのが好きで、様々な場所でスケッチしていると聞いたわ。
Oh.
ここは視界が開けているし、風景も悪くない。素材としては申し分ないからね。
Yeah, the snow is
で
pretty.
もヒルチャールたちに気づいてないってことはないよな。襲われたりしたら大変だぞ。
I'm sure he could probably take care of himself. Oh.
うっかり驚かせちゃったみたいだ。とりあえず奴らを倒そう。
誰だい？
Oh no.
なぜヒルチャールを驚かしたのかな？
Can we get near a fire before we talk?
危うく特別なヒルチャールを見逃すところだったよ。
Oh.
けど
The
なんで
Hilichurls.
ヒルチャール？みんな似たような顔じゃないか。
説明するには複雑だから僕の絵を直接見てみるといい。
Hmm. Avant-garde.
おお、真面目に描いた作品もあれば適当に描かれたものもあるな。
それらはどこにでもいるヒルチャールだ。時間をかける価値はない。でもこいつを見て体格も毛髪も姿勢も他とは違う生命力を感じるだろう。繰り返される原始的な集団の暮らしの中でそういった特殊性は進化を意味する。進化は無から有へ、基地から未知へ。
待って、それ長くなるやつよね。私は興味ないわ。人も見つけたし、私はここで失礼するわ。
Sorry, I was like, yeah, I'm out now. Bye. I don't want to hear your thesis.
こいつに聞きたいことはないのか？変わったや
She's
つだ
not
な。
weird. She's just
シスター・ロ
shrewd.
サリアがここまで案内してくれたようだね。
Nice. Yuan-Fei's sigils floating right in front of his face. We love to see it.
君たちはわざわざ僕を探しに来たのかい？
おう、モンドでスクロースって人に会ってな。お前の力になってほしいって言われたんだ。
なるほど。彼女が君たちを紹介したのか。では僕の推測が正しければ君が話題のあの栄養騎士なんだね。
Well,
流祭での君の働き、元素力に対する理解、それからいろいろと不思議なところも耳にしたよ。
oh.
結論から話そう。可能性は一つ。君は別の世界からやってきた。
Well,
そうだね。
well, shit.
よかった。君の協力があれば僕の
Immediately.
研究も大きく進むはずだ。
Research.
あ、すまない。
He did say he's researching the truth of the world, right?
どこから話そうか。
The essence of life?
まずは生命の本質からにしようか。
What's that star on his neck?
待て待て、早速理解できなそうな内容だぞ。
確かに。 言葉で説明するよりも直接見せた方がいいかもね。
Okay.
例えば生命を目覚めさせ、この枯れた枝を再生させるんだ。
He can just create life? What was that?
そんなことできるのか？
しかし特殊な種があるんだが、今の方法では全然効果がなくてね。君と同じ、それは別の世界のもので、
What?
それを咲かす方法こそ僕が直面している課題だ。
Huh.
お前ができないならオイラたちにもどうしようもないと思うけど。
What kind of flower?
僕であってもこの世界以外の命を想像することはできない。
Outside of the known world? He's unable to?
同じ異世界から来た君を観察すればいろいろとアイデアが湧いてくると思うんだ。
どうしよう。なんか怪しくないか？
Is it dangerous?
君の安全は最大限に確保するから。
Well, I don't really know you that well, so that's not super reassuring. Oh, what do we have here? She's
アルベド
spying.
と旅人、気が合うみたいね。
She's very.
あの二人はどちらも異端。
Excuse you.
モンドの平和に影
Is this
響
a
を
risk?
与えるかしら。
Oh wow. But isn't Albedo like super established in Mondstadt? I'm wondering what's giving her so much anxiety about him. Like, does that mean we should be on our guard too? You know?
そういえば、その種が芽を出した後、何になるんだ？
わからない。でも大事なのは結果ではなく過程だと思う。
Okay. Yeah, this star is really weird. Or not weird, it's just like very
テイワットに
blatant.
この世のものではない命を目覚めさせることができれば、
Oh shit.
命の本質に対する僕の理解もより深まるはずだ。
Okay.
目覚めさせることができたなら想像することも不可能ではなくなる。
Creation. Bro, what are you talking about? Of people?
少し難しすぎたかな。
I understand, it's just the implications of what you're saying are pretty insane.
何が出てくるのか気になるだけだ。
美味しい果実が実ったら一緒に食べようか。
約束だぞ。
Okay.
僕も子供の相手をしないといけない時があるからね。
A child?
説明すると長くなるから錬金術以外のスキルだと思っておいて。
Okay.
話を戻すけど、
Which child?
一つ目の研究は元素力に関するものなんだ。この世界のものは神の目がないと
I
元
was
素力
wondering
は
when
使
he
え
was
ない。
gonna pick this up.
なぜ君は自由に元素力を使えるか確認したい。
Okay.
いくつか質問をするよ。君は他の人にない器官を持っているかい？例えば二つ目の心臓や。
Doesn't Paimon have more than one stomach?
なるほど。では君の周りにいるちびっこは
No.
君の体とつながってるかい？
I don't believe so. I hope
そ
not.
の質問おかしいぞ。見ればわかるじゃないか。それとちびっこじゃないパイモンだ。
外付け器官としての可能性を考えたまでだよ。
External organ?
君たちは見えない形でつながってるのかもしれない。
I caught Paimon with a fishing rod.
可能性はなしということだね。
I still want an explanation for that.
パイモンが元素力を君に授けた可能性は？ 10メートルの岩を貫通する、もしくは清泉町の滝を逆流させるほどの元素力をパイモンが持っているという前提になるけど。
No.
ありえないか。
Wait, did he just describe the power of the Archons? Like that much elemental power?
となると君の身体構造は この世界のものとはあまり違いがないようだね。
Okay, what does this mean?
それなら実験であらゆる際を研究するしかない。
Okay, what kind of experimentation are we talking about?
まず、その正体不明の元素力がどうやって流れてるか見てみよう。スライムを集めてくるから、慣れた方法でそれらを倒してみてくれ。
そんな単純な方法で観察するのか？
良い実験とは直感的で明瞭であるべきだよ。もちろん簡単すぎると思うなら
No
同
thanks.
時に6
Nope.
体の純粋生命
I'm
との
good.
戦闘に
Nope.
変えようか。
No.
スライムでいいぞ。
さあ、準備をして。
Okay. I guess we're just.
燃えよ短所決定ほれ
Good thing we brought Yanfei, huh?
お疲れ様。異常とかはないよね。怪我をしてたら応急用の薬剤を持ってる。
Nope. Not a scratch.
ならいい。
Just a bit cold.
僕の観察だと君の元素力の流れは順調。元素反応も正常。外への流れに問題はない。次は内部の流れを試してみよ
内部の流れ。
Internal
う。簡単だ
flow.
よ。錬金術で元素力を抽出した薬剤を作った。もし元素力を生理的な形で君の体内に保存蓄積できるなら
Wait.
元素反応が起こるはずだ。
You want me to drink something to see if it'll react chemically with my insides?
大丈夫。すべて正常なら一時的に調子が悪くなるだけで、
正常じゃなかったら。
万が一のためにちゃんと準備はしておいたから心配ない。うん、リスクがないわけじゃないけど、君の中の元素の流れに障害があるならついでに調べられると思うんだ。
Blocking. Hmm.
異常の早期発見にもなるんだよ。もし内部の元素反応が他のトラブルによって発生したらそれこそ厄介なことになる。
I wonder if there is something blocking our,
そう理
our
解していいと思う。
abilities, though.
でもその前に検査用の薬剤にあと一つ触媒が足りないんだ。正銀鉱という鉱石でね。触媒にふさわしい鉱石だ。僕の拠点に案内するよ。途中で正銀鉱も探そう。
Okay.
順調に行けば拠点に着いたらすぐに。
あんまり安全には思えないけど、道中探してみようぜ。
I actually am curious if there is something blocking us, like our power, because obviously when we first saw Lumine and Aether, they had like wings and this other power, they could fly.
これは触媒にふさわしいね。
Okay. So I'm wondering if we will discover that there's actually something we're missing. Oh, achievement.
ここが僕の拠点だよ。さっき集めた材料はすでに薬剤の調合に使わせてもらった。
Okay.
調合が完了するのを待とう。
What the heck is in that thing? Oh, there's Timaeus. Bro's got some short sleeves on. Aren't you cold? Isn't Lumine cold too? Like, come to think of it. But they've just got open patches of skin and like literal snowfall.
こちらは助手のティマイオス。モンドで会ったことがあると思うけど。
Yep.
こんにちは。実験データをもらってすぐそれをボードにまとめて貼っておいたよ。
Okay.
こんなにスライムと戦っただけでこんなわかるのか？
分かったというか、ほとんどが推論と僕の推測だよ。最も合理的な方法は旅人とスライムの系統学的関係、つまり類似性を調べることだと思う。
Yeah, our cousins. We're
君
cousins
は
with
神の目を持ってい
the
ないのに元
slimes.
素力を使えるだ
That
ろ。
makes sense. You're on the
ス
right
ライム
track.
も同じ
But
だからさ。
yeah.
この
Yeah,
方
but
向
they're
性から手がか
elemental
りを探せば
beings.
きっといろいろと収穫があると思うんだ。
We're not.
その切り口に問題はないけど、厳密に言えば
Oh,
ス
what did
ラ
I
イムは元
say?
素生物、すなわち元素そのものだよ。どちらかというと給湯樹やトリックフラワーの方が近いと思う。しかし動植物の関係となると世界の原初まで遡ることになる。その角度から見ると少し難しすぎると思わないかい？
確かに先生の言う通りだ。
それにデータの一番上に書いてあるけど、この旅人は異世界の客人だ。もしこの世界と系統学的関係があるなら、かえって研究価値のあ
That
る
it
課題に
would.
なるよ。
It would.
ああ、確かにデータをもらってつい興奮してしまっていた。そうだ、僕はしばらくここでデータを分析することになる。実験結果を知りたいなら僕のところに来るといいよ。
あ、ここは君に任せたよ。
Okay. What is that scary looking bubbly
薬剤
shit
は
in
もう完
there?
成したようだ。試してくるから問題がなければ君にも飲んでもらうよ。
He didn't even call it scientific substance. He called it a
予想通
potion.
り飲めるよ。
Ready to
飲む
drink.
ときは焦らないように。
Keep
気
calm.
分が悪くなったら深呼吸して。 僕が試したところ予想通りの結果だった。
Okay.
飲むときは焦らないように観察したデータと結果を。
My gosh. Drink it. A potion that Albedo made using alchemy despite its unusual color and since the potion will work. Talk to Albedo.
どうだ？なんか気分悪そうな表情だな。
Oh god, it's hurting her?
飲めるって言ったじゃないか。なんでこうなってるんだ？
これはあらゆる可能性の中で最も正常な反応で喜ばしい結果だよ。
Okay, but what does it
この薬剤
mean?
は元素力を体内に流し込むから通常なら拒絶反応を引き起こすんだ。内部の流れが順調なら一時的な不快感に耐えればいい。他の影響はないよ。
Okay. What does it mean?
つまりお前は気分が悪くなるのを知った上でそれを
I don't care
飲んだ
about that.
の
What do the
か？
results mean?
僕が作った薬剤だから僕から試すのが筋だろ。
Okay.
もちろん
Well, at
さ。
least he tries stuff first.
君は僕の協力者。君にリスクを背負わせるわけにはいかない。
Okay, I appreciate that,
とにかく
but can you tell me
結論
what
から
it
言うよ。
means, please?
元素力テスト
Okay,
に
yes.
おいては
Elemental energy is
君は
concerned.
この世界のものと同じ
Tokubetsu
別なところはないよ。
So we don't have something
もっと
blocking our
特別か
power?
と思ってたのに。
特別よりも普通の方がいいと思うけどね。特別は
Undesirable variety.
すべて望み通りというわけじゃないよ。
Yeah.
普通のメリットは周りは君と同じ。君を理解できる人が多くいること。
I would say
同
not
じだ
many
から
people understand
互いを
Lumine
理解
though.
し、思いやりや励まし、支え合うことができる。
Okay. I mean,
病
that's
気になっ
true.
た時も他人と同じだから診断しやすい。何かあっても他人と同じだから経験談を聞くことができる。
That's true.
でも特別な人はそういう当たり前を体験できない。命の本質から違いがあるからね。
I feel like Lumine is both of these things though.
例えば人類は爆炎樹や強風のコアの生活を理解できないだろ。
Yeah.
このとにかく実験の結果はいいものだった。少なくとも君は安心してその元素力を使うことができる。
Without fear.
ティマイオス、新たな実験結果が出たよ。まとめてくれるかい？
はい、任せてください先生。さっき先生からヒントをもらって僕の考えの狭さを改めて思い知りました。 君を動物だと決めつけるのは慎重な判断ではなかった。でも君を元素生物だと検証することから始めれば。
面白い考えだ。細かなところは僕が判断するより君自身で研究した方が良さそうだね。
はい、必ずみんなを満足させる結果を出してみせます。
落ち込むどころかやる気に満ち溢れてるな。
Okay, Paimon, the rudeness is not
そ
necessary.
れともアルベドの口がうまいと言うべきか。
では次の研究に入る前に準備があるから少し待っててほしい。
Wait, more
興味があ
research?
るならここを見学してみるといい。
Wait, what are we researching again? Like, are we doing another? What's the new research or more research? Parents have really out these used to investigate the world. It wouldn't hurt to touch it, would it? I'm not touching nothing. Ito, keep your fingers away from that. Investigate. Oh. A board with some incomprehensible experimental reports stuck on it. You can tell the progress is being made. Okay. Those are our charts. We've got the Hilichurl painting over there. Observe. A shelf packed with books and potions. Looks like the owner has a habit of reading and researching potions simultaneously.
アルベドが戻ってきたみたいだ。彼のところに行こうぜ。
Does he have to stand like
世
outside
界
of
から来た
the...
元素生物。有力な証拠さえあれば今までの錬金術理論の多くがひっくり返っ
A lot of alchemical theories, huh? Damn. Alright. I feel like Lumine doesn't fit into a lot of the norms. Like, she does, but she doesn't. At least within the context of this world, you know what I mean? I'm surprised that nothing went wrong with the experiment. Or there was no weird results.
何か興味をそそられるものは見つかったかな？気にすることはない。錬金術の道具ばかりだし、とにかく急いで次の研究
So
に
what
入
are,
ろう
what
か。
are we researching
異
this
なる世
time?
界には大きな違いが存在する可能性がある。
Yeah.
例えば、テイワットでは神の目を持つ者は元素力を使える。
Mm-hmm.
しかし、ただ一人のみが元素力を使える世界、
Okay.
もしくは誰もが元素力を使える世界が存在するかもしれない。だから元素の他に君はこの世界にない特殊な力を持ってはいないかな？
Well, we used to. Our power from in the very beginning cutscene when we were like flying and we had like this other special like golden magic. That I assume wasn't an element, or at least no elements we've seen so far. So I'm pretty sure she does, but we don't know how to access that power. Or Lumine's not shown that power since we saw it in the beginning.
それとも前みたいに実験で検証する必要があるかい？いやいや、今回は簡単だよ。そこに柱がある。念力でそれを折ってみてくれ。すでに試したことがあるのかい？そうか。
We can't control things with our
それが普
mind.
通だろ。なんでがっかりしてるんだ。
そうだ。
I guess him not answering that was a yes. Maybe there are people who can do that. What?
元素力を料理に入れるんだ。それで料理が美味しくなるか気になるよ。それとも食感が変わったり、
What?
増殖したり。
Channeling it into food?
他人が気づかないところに好奇心を向けると新たな発見があったりするんだ。バター魚焼きを作ってほしい。これは僕が用意したレシピだ。
準備
Sunshine
っての
sprout.
はレシピのことだったのか。
僕は普段よくこれを食べるんだ。
絶対にお腹空いてるだけだよな。でも美味しいものを作るならオイラは反対しないぞ。
A fin.
さすがオイラの。
では頼むよ。実験結果を楽しみにしてる。食べきれない場合はティマイオスも呼んでくるといい。
オイラがいるからそんなの心配ないぜ。 うすれば元素力を料理に入れられるんだ？
Willpower.
さっきあいつが言った念力でか？というかそれを思いつくこと自体すごいと思うぞ。
I have no idea, but him alluding to that there maybe people can control things with their mind? What is that? But he didn't say yes or no. You know what I mean? He didn't confirm one way or the other. He just like went to a different topic. Where the hell is it? Sunshine Sprat. Oh, here it is. Fuck. Really? We gotta go get some fish. Fuck me.
もうできたのか？
It wasn't. We had to go get fish, but we did manage to make one.
ふん。普通に見えるけど、とても美味しい。君、僕が楽しみにしてた増殖現象はなかった。どうやら君の世界でも食べ物に困らないわけではないよ
Your
うだ。
world.
いや、この世界の法則が君の特殊能力を
Yes,
制
this
限
is
している
this
可
is
能
what
性
I
も
That is exactly what I was thinking. That something is
まず
limiting us.
調味料のように元素力を料理に入れる方法がわからなかったよな。
No, it's bigger than that.
少なくとも美味しい料理は無駄にならなかったんだから。さあ、これはパイモンの分だ。
覚えてくれてたんだな。
実験中、パイモンはずっと君の心配をしてた。きっと君の大事な友達なんだろうね。
I mean, she can be
そう
kind of
いう心
rude,
配が
but
役に立
I
つかどうかは
guess.
別だけど。
おいらの悪口を言うなよ。でも美味しいものをごちそうしてくれたから許してやるぞ。おいらたちの仲を羨ましがる必要はないぞ。
そうだね。僕は運に恵まれてる方だね。
Yes.
それより次の実験に移ろう
He
か。
brushed over
錬金術の
that.
道具は種類が雑多だし、その保管方法は実に難しい。そのほとんどは見つかったけど、風象徴の元素抽出物と
ご飯を作っ
Electrohypostasis.
た後は落とし
もともと作り直すつもりだったから大丈夫だよ。ただ君に暗視や振動感知などの超能力があれば
Vibratory sensing.
落とし物を君たちが見学した場所のどこ
じゃあやってみるか。
Traces
そ
of
うだ。
elemental energy, yeah. Oh,
風象徴の抽出物。つまり風元素だよな。
that took me way too long to find. Like, that was just embarrassing how long that
みんな
took.
丈夫でよかったな。
Oh, there we go.
無双の雷の粉末。これみたいだぞ。
全部見つけてくれたんだね。
Mm-hmm.
ありがとう。落とし物探しも雪山で僕を探したのも元素資格を使った。
Yes.
超能力みたいなもん。
But like other people have it. It's not like
残念ながら。
unique to Lamine.
確かに元素資格は珍しいけど、
Yeah.
テイワットにある能力
Rosaria had it.
聞いたことのない
Which
異
is
世界の超能力だけ僕の研究に役立つんだ。
つまり苦労。
そう落ち込まないで。それも想定内だよ。それに落とし物を回収できたし、落とし物に
have
元素
otherworldly
力があると
powers.
思いついたのも賞賛に値する。さて、
We just don't know how to use
今ま
them.
では異世界の違いを研究してきたけど、次は君の人類としての肩書きに関する研究を始めよう。
At the end of the day, I do want to know as much about
知
Lamine
能
as
と
I can.
身体
So
能力から
let's
調べ
keep
られ
going.
ここからスクロースが何をしてるか見えるかい？
Holy shit, no.
では平地からあちらの崖にジャンプしたら見えるかい？では目の前の山を破壊したら見えるかい？
Damn, he's grilling us all of a sudden. He got so
少し簡単な
angry.
ことから
He
しよう
looks
か。
so angry.
身体能力の実験にふさわしい場所。
Okay. Maybe Lamine can do those things. Just doesn't know it yet. Ooh, pretty. I love snow. I just don't like the cold effect in this
降り
area.
ろとか言わないよな。
どうだろうね。君たちにもっといい方法があればやめるよ。 どんな方法でも構わないから、下の湖の向こう岸にたどり着けば実験完了だよ。か
Opposite
かった時
end
間
of
と
the lake?
最高速度をもとに分析と比較を行う。
湖の向こう岸、つまり雪山の
Oh my
湖
gosh, look at the Jade Chamber.
ことか。
条件を設定しないとき、人は本当に最も合理的な方法で目標を成し遂げる。雪の中の湖に耐えられないと思う人もいれば、君たちがどんな選択をしたとしても実験の一部だし、僕にとってちゃんと価値のあるものだから。では頼むよ。
I'm gonna fly over it. I'm not getting in the water.
そうだ。オイラたちがテストをしている間、お前は何するんだ？
僕、
Recording data. Emotional support.
危険
Okay.
の対応、それから
じゃあ、もしオイラたちが泳いだら、お前も泳ぐのか？
いや、僕と勝負がしたいのなら
Competitive research.
聞かなかったことにしてくれ。
These damned hoops. I still hate them. I do not want to swim in the water. That shit looks cold as fuck. We still got in the water anyway. Damn it. Damn it. Talk to Albedo. Where is he? Oh.
お疲れ様。正直驚いたよ。さすが噂の旅人。君のデータはモンドの平均値をはるかに上回ってる。
Well, I hope so, considering how much we've been through.
僕、実は錬金術を使って
Alchemy.
少し楽をしたんだ。もしテイワットの法則が君に影響を与えてないなら、異世界文明に対する推測をいくつかできる。逆にテイワットの法則が君に影響を与えたなら、影響がない場合の変化を推測することができる。その中に含まれた可能性は実に面白い。何度も味わう価値があるよ。
しかし、お前の研究の役に立つのか？
僕を困らせた問題は解決したよ。拠点に戻ったら君たちに面白いものを見せられるはずだよ。その話をしたら君は様々な変わったものと同類になるけど、黄
Who?
金、石化古樹、通常の8倍の太陽。
Wait, we have
本質を
similarities
探
to
求
those
する過程
things?
は人を夢中にさせる。
Oh no, he
僕は
researched
僕の
those
全てをか
things
けても構わ
to
ない
the
けど、
same extent.
サンプルは限られてるからね。最後はどれも夕暮れの実やスイートフラワーのような存在になって、時間をかける価値もなくなる。
だからあのヒルチャールの絵にもあんなに違いがあったんだな。
ああ、僕はあの時時間をかける価値はないと言っただろ。
じゃあ、この実験が終わったら、オイラたちもあんな風に。
それなら心配ないよ。君たちは僕の協力者。
A lifetime.
さて、拠点に戻る前に最後の項目、ついてきて。向こうにある遺跡に行くよ。
Wait, okay. There was a lot that he was just talking about just now. I'll talk more about it at the end.
旅の途中で君はたくさんの謎に出会ってきただろ。
Yes,
身体能力
we
テスト
solve
と
a
同
lot
じ
of
で、
puzzles.
僕は実験を通して君の知能指数を観察したい。
A written
この遺
test.
跡を探索した後、この遺跡の両側にはそれぞれ謎があり、身体能力テストの時と同じ。方法の制限はない。君のこれは
Where
知
there's a
能
will,
テ
there's
ス
a way.
ト。運はテスト内容ではないから忘れないで。さて、あとは
Okay. We gotta solve the puzzle.
環境が少し複雑だから慎重に解いてみて。
Okay, there's another one up here.
この洗礼は雪山ではよく見られる。どうやって洗礼を入れるべき場所へ導くかは君次第だよ。
Well, thank you for that insight. I'm getting rolled. Okay. Now that that one is there, there's another one, I think, for that other thingy. Oh wait, do we have to like time this? Probably, huh? Yay, okay, we got it. I'm pretty sure we have to find this other Sealy over here. Where is this guy? Maybe, oh. There he is. Okay. Okay.
これで
There we
中
go.
央にある装置を起動する条件はクリアしたはずだ。一
Ugh.
体何が起こるのか僕も楽しみだよ。おや水位が急に下がったね。
The water level, huh? Oh,
これで水の中のものをじっくりと調べられるはずだ。行
wait.
ってみよう。
Where did the thing go? Oh my gosh, my laptop is like dying because of the particle effects. Okay. Well, this is where he said the water went down, right? Oh, oh. What the hell is that?
これは
Oh, he doesn't even know.
僕の知る限りこれは文字だよ。テイワット大陸のあちこちにあるけど解明されてないところが多い。それになぜ不問がここに残されたのかもわからない。ひとまず書き写しておこう。君に対する研究が終わったら。
はあ、またわからないものが増えたな。結果を得るにはそれ相応の代価が必要ってことか。
今回かなりの収穫があった。僕は先に拠点に戻ってる。君たちが戻ってくる頃には
A fleeting
奇跡
miracle.
の瞬間を見せることができるはずだ。
I take it I passed the intelligence test.
こんなに苦労したんだし、一体どんな結果が出るか他に用がなければオイラたちも。
そう焦らないで。
Oh,
まだ危険は排除されてないのよ。
お前まだ雪山にいたのか。
もちろん君たちとアルベドがしてきたことは全て見せてもらったわ。警戒心がないのか、それとも単に彼の独特な思考とフレンドリーな態度に騙されたのか。
I mean, I was more
見
curious
知らぬ人
about
の指示に従って
his results, but
正体のわからない薬を飲んだり、単純というより君が騙されていたと信じたい。
やっぱり
she
警
does
戒
make good
心の
points.
強いシス
I'm
タ
not
ーだ
gonna lie.
な。
アルベドのことはどうでもいいわ。彼のことは君のような異邦人よりも知ってるもの。
Oh shit.
私が気にしているのは一つだけ。君が錬金術で怪物に改造されたかどうか。
Has he done this in the past? Is that why she's asking that?
なかったぞ。それにあいつ今まで錬金術を使ってないし。
He did. He made the
彼のような
potion.
錬金術師は気づかれるようなヘマをしないものよ。とにかくその脅威をモンドに戻すことはできないわ。
Whoa, she doesn't like him at all. She sees him as a threat.
案外冴えてるわね。君たちが触れてきたものに危険がないと分かれば危険性はないと判断できる。他のものはすでに調べたわ。唯一確認してないのは
この不問、オイラたちも何なのか分かってないけど。
でしょうね。うん、装置でもないし、でも一応念のためこの不問の言葉を移しておこうかしら。
Oh
いいで
shit.
しょう。君たちに危険性はないと判断する。これで万事問題なし。君たちのせいで残業することになったら損だものね。
残業？
最後に忠告しておくわ、異邦人。アルベドのことを何でも信じないこと。考えなしに行動しな
I
いよ
mean,
うに。
she's not wrong. I trust her. I trust her. She, like, is very perceptive. She's very
モン
shrewd.
ドじゃ彼女みたいな人珍しいよな。
Yeah, she's sensitive. Not like emotionally sensitive, but like she's sensitive to everything that goes on around her. Which is, yeah, like Paimon said, it's not a trait in people have in Mondstadt usually. People in Mondstadt are usually very, like, warm. I guess the Rag Bros are a little different. Like Albedo's experiments, help this research, and this will bears fruit. Yeah, okay, I'm tending to side with Rosaria right now. I will be a little more suspicious of Albedo, I think, going forward. I think that's smart.
おかえり。ちょうど結論が出たところだよ。しか
Okay.
し、戻ってくるまで結構時間がかかったね。
Should we be
何かあっ
honest?
たのかい？それなら平気さ。彼女は仕事を全うしたまでだよ。結論から言おう。今日、多くのデータを手に入れることができたから、でも、全体を通した初歩的な結論なら教えられる。それは、
そんなの一目見れば
Oh,
わかる
thanks.
だろう。あれだけ苦労したのに。
まあ焦らないで。君たちにとっては当たり前だけど、この世界に
That I
とって
agree
は
with.
当たり
Nothing
前
should
の
be
こと
taken
なん
for
てない。
granted in this
こう
world.
いう可能性は考えたことあるかい？テイワットという世界はよそ者に対して
Oh, only the
拒絶
gods
反応を起
would
こすと
know.
この世界の法則を話しただろう。君が無事に僕と会話してることは普通に見えるけど、本当は奇跡だったりするかもしれない。なぜなら君と同じよそから来た命。僕が話した種はテイワットの法則に影響されて
How'd he get
成
his
長すること
hands
すら
on
で
this
きない。
seed?
しかし君を観察した後、僕は他のアイデアをひらめいたんだ。君の命を真似して錬金術に新たなインスピレーションを加える。
なんか出てくるぞ。
Where have we seen that purple color before? Where have we seen that purple color before? That purple color is very distinct.
芽生えから繁栄へ、それから終わりに向かう。この世界でない命を育むことは世界を育むことに。
That was it? It was short-lived, but it was also beautiful.
これが限界みたいだね。一瞬だけど最高に綺麗な花を咲かす。生命の極地もここ。
いっぱい苦労したから永遠に咲いててくれるもんかと思ったけどな。
命というのは多種多様で自由なものだよ。長さで決めつけるべきではない。短い命が必ずしも悪いことではない。効率的で完璧。わかるかな？僕が言った僕たちの会話は奇跡かもしれないことについて。
Oh, her thinking about her brother.
急に塩らしくなってどうしたんだ？おーい、元気出せよ。オイラがついてるだろ。それにアルベドも友達になってやってもいいぞ。
ありがとう。孤独をなくすことは必要だと思ってないけど、これも悪くないかな。君が協力してくれたおかげで僕は花を咲かす可能性に気づいた。いや、雪山で君たちと過ごした時間は
Valuable journey.
もし必要があったらまたお願いしてもいいかい？
I guess so.
よろしく頼むよ。
I'm not as gung-ho about this as Lamine. Oh.
ずっと実験結果は普通だって彼女に言ってきたけど、瓶の底に現れないはずのよどみがあるのは一体どういうことだ？
Oh my. He left shit out. Wait, sediment. What is that? It's purple. Okay, that's not good. We know purple is tied to the abyss.
白亜を吸えば無垢になる。
But those born of chalk.
君も僕も
Chalk?
未来が不確かな素体ってことか。
Wait. Composed of a substance that Oh, wait. Chalk? What the hell? What? This is a brand new concept. I haven't even.
もしい
What?
つか
Lose
暴
control.
走する
Dist-
僕がモンドを壊そうとしたら
What the fuck?
君が止めてくれることを期待してもいいだろうか
What the fuck? Okay. We're gonna end on that? Really? What the hell? What the hell, bro? Okay, wait. I'm gonna talk about it at the end. What the hell? What?
This is Timaeus' newest design.
What the heck is that?
A commendable achievement. 20 more years. And perhaps we can let him make a start on the textbook Sucrose uses today.
Whoa.
Burst forth!
Whoa. Klee? Oh wait, was that the child he said he looks after?
Moment of birth! The universe. The sable essence of the starry void. Earth. The accumulative memory of time and being. Soil. The origin of alchemy. The basis of all life. Chalk. The substance from which primal life is molded.
Chalk? Wait, that...
Klee? No, not at the... Crucible.
The city of pastorals, Mondstadt, is as free as the wind. Even an
Pastorals?
outsider like Albedo can become chief
Outsider?
alchemist of the Knights of Favonius.
Oh wow.
But on the other hand, his mastery of alchemy means that no one ever would have taken much persuading. Mondstadt was never a nation known for its alchemy, but since Albedo's arrival, the Knights' achievements in the field sit only behind those of Sumeru's top scholars. Knights and academics. Not two words that one would expect to hear in the same sentence. Instead of leading the charge in combat, the calm and collected Albedo is better suited to providing support with reliable geo-damage. Still, his skill set allows him to deal powerful attacks, meaning he more than holds his own on the battlefield. Creation is the basis of alchemy. Albedo's knowledge allows him to find ways to improve crafting recipes and make better use of materials. When crafting weapon ascension materials, he has a chance of doubling the crafting output. Albedo's normal attack can combo up to 5 strikes with his sword. Holding the attack button consumes a certain amount of stamina and performs 2 swift forward slashes.
His moveset kind of
Tap his
reminds me of
elemental
Kaya
skill
a
to
little
create a
bit.
solar isotoma
Like the
using
flare.
alchemy, dealing area of effect geo-damage. A field is created around the solar isotoma. Periodically, when an enemy within the field takes damage, a transient blossom is generated at the enemy's location. The transient blossom scales off Albedo's defense, dealing AoE geo-damage to surrounding enemies. A transient blossom can only be generated once every 2 seconds. Additionally, making contact with the solar isotoma causes geoenergy to accumulate, forming a crystallized platform that lifts the
Oh,
character
little
up to a
elevator.
certain height. Only one platform can exist at a time. Strategic use of the crystallized platform lets you employ plunging attacks in battle, and helps you deal with enemies up above. When adventuring, hold Albedo's elemental skill to choose the solar isotoma's position, and use the crystallized platform to get past environmental obstacles more quickly.
Oh, neat.
After unlocking the talent Calcite Might, transient blossoms deal extra damage against enemies with low health. Crystallized geoenergy bursts forth at Albedo's command, dealing AoE geo damage in front of Albedo. If Albedo's solar isotoma is still present on the battlefield, 7 fatal blossoms are generated in the solar isotoma field, which bloom aggressively, dealing AoE geo damage. After unlocking the talent Homuncular Nature, Albedo's elemental burst increases nearby party members' elemental mastery for a period of time.
Oh.
Albedo's skill set is a rare and invaluable asset in combat. Creative use of the solar isotoma greatly diversifies the battle, paving the party's way to certain victory. When the battle begins, create a solar isotoma with Albedo's elemental skill. As he and fellow party members attack enemies inside the solar isotoma field, transient blossoms appear and deal damage to enemies, while generating crystalline shields through elemental reactions. Solar isotoma also enables party members to unleash plunging attacks. When energy is full, have Albedo unleash an elemental burst, giving the whole party a performance boost with increased elemental mastery. No one can dispute Albedo's talent, but the source of the knowledge he possesses. It once brought about the destruction of a glorious nation.
What?
All that most people know of him is his title, Kryda Prince, and that he gained his position in the Knights on recommendation from Alice the Adventurer.
Alice?
Beyond this, the young man is a stranger to them, a complete mystery, and the essence of his knowledge is equally unknown. But I know it well. It hails from Kanria, the art of Chemia.
The art of
Soil and
Chemia?
chalk, the universe and earth, pure dust and the birth of human life.
What?
There
What?
is no mistaking it. I am content to watch most crises play out from the sidelines, but if Albedo were ever to make a single wrong move, I could not let myself ignore
Oh,
it.
shit.
Alchemy is a mysterious art that revolves around all living things, and the study of life, in particular, requires painting.
Yes, you certainly make wonderful paintings of anything that piques your interest, Mr. Albedo.
Arise, lifeless dust of the universe and that within. Thou art reborn. Do you understand now, Sucrose?
Simply amazing, Mr. Albedo.
Next, I will paint the common V-shape. I find the carapace to be its most enjoyable feature, the intricate patterns, and even its sheen. But the rest of the V-shape is quite ordinary, and requires but a few quick brushstrokes. Voila! Arise, lifeless dust.
Wait, he can just create
Excuse
things
me,
from
Mr. Albedo,
paintings?
but I
What?
fear
When was
creating
that?
Such creatures may sit outside the sphere of acceptability within our roles as alchemists.
Oh, is that so?
Just like always, overly passionate about what piques your interest, yet completely indifferent towards anything otherwise. Your swing in interest this time didn't even leave you long enough to finish your painting.
What? He can just create shit? Okay, so this is the 1.2 version trailer.
Do you know the story of Durin and this mountain?
No.
Snow gathers atop this mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Duran's remains in it. As such, who could I find to help me if not you?
Into position! Prepare for battle!
Getting a little cold?
Genius? But I don't think I'm any genius.
Moment of birth!
My job is to honor my contract with Rex Lapis.
All hail!
Oh! What the hell is that?
It's so nice to de-stress.
I made a new discovery while sketching nearby. There's an area up ahead that's quite remarkable. The truth of this world. What could it be? Was the two of us meeting really a good thing?
Okay. Jeez. Okay, this is the 2.3 version
With this
trailer.
newfound strength, I will defend those who fight alongside me.
I've seen this
Protecting
one.
my soldiers doesn't just mean having a robust defense in place. It means going on the attack. The key to seizing victory in battle lies in remembering the meaning of battle and employing the right tactics to generate momentum. Pull in! Keep your weapon at the ready. You never know what's around the corner. Press the advantage!
And Oni.
The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant.
Arataki Ito. We've been trying to apprehend him recently.
People see Oni causing trouble again. That'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made!
Come on, men. We won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki.
A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. When it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
Ah, that idiot Oni. What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to my face. There! It's showtime! Oh, coming through! Step aside. Ito's back in town.
You've had your fun. Now it's goodbye.
Shut up, would ya?
The transcendent and miraculous are not the only things to which human beings aspire. They pursue the everyday, the ordinary, to a far greater extent than I would have ever imagined. This mountain we stand on is a cradle of life's profoundest mysteries, a vast and terrifying hotbed of possibilities.
People are put off by the cold and don't realize that there's much to explore beneath the icy exterior.
Are you here to build a snowman too? Let's combine our forces and build ourselves a huge snowman. It'll be a ton of fun. What's on your mind? You seem a little distracted.
Some of my alchemy notes are missing. We do not yet know the identity of our thief. Please take care.
Dragonspine has become more dangerous than it used to be.
Oh no! Avalanche!
Albedo, what the devil do you think you were doing?
Yeah, this is what I'm excited to see because this looks like it's very intense. Very intense. Okay, so we are at Albedo's page. Albedo is a playable Geo character. A synthetic human made by the alchemist. What? Rindottir? Rindottir? What the hell? This, see, okay, I feel like I'm about to like read a bunch of spoilers. Like, we'll still read like his character stories and his voice lines, but in terms of like extra lore, I feel like, because we didn't learn any of that information in his story quest, so it must be information we learn in the events, and I feel like I've already like spoiled myself pretty badly just now, because I had no idea he was a synthetic human. I mean, he was talking about chalk in his story quest, but like at the very, literally the last like 3 minutes, he was talking about that. And he said that him and Lumine are the same, but he didn't explain like what that meant and like what chalk even was. And it said it also in his demo and stuff, like, oh, chalk and soil and earth and like, what? Like, none of those concepts have been established yet. And the Archon quests, none at all. The whole Dane was saying that his alchemy is like Conria stuff, and I was just like, what? So I'm assuming all of this is going to be in the events, but I'm not going to click on this name, because if we learn anything about this name in the events, I don't want to know right now, because I'm gonna like spoil it. I feel like I've already spoiled myself, because this is like it's a pretty big deal. He's not like a real person, like a real human, I mean. But he's like the chief. Okay, he's chief alchemist. Okay, we're gonna go to lore. Albedo, an alchemist based in Mondstadt in the service of the Knights of Favonius. Genius, Crytoprinz, or Captain of the Investigation Team. Such titles and honors are of no consequence to him when there is so much more research to conduct. The pursuit of fortune and connections cannot hold a candle to his heart's desire, acquiring the limitless, obscure knowledge left behind by previous generations of scholars. Okay. Character details. Alchemy is an ancient art, and many of its secrets have been lost to history. The few commonly known alchemy techniques of today are but enough to put some broken odds and ends together, saving you the money you would have otherwise spent on glue. Nay, alchemy is not so ignoble an art, or so most alchemists would protest. But as far as the average citizen in Mondstadt was concerned, that was alchemy, at least until the day Albedo suddenly appeared and decided to say in Mondstadt. This young man displayed the true prowess of alchemy to all, bringing with him a massive corpus of wisdom that even the Sumeru Academia did not possess. The universe is heaven reversed. Okay, whoa. The universe is heaven reversed, and the earth is a dream lost to time. This is dust, the most basic form of complex life. What the fuck? What? I feel like this is really important information. The universe is heaven reversed. So things we know are synonymous with heaven is Celestia. Okay, Earth is a dream. We know that dream can be synonymous with like wishes and other. Dream is like a hot keyword, right? In the Genshin lore. And then this is dust. Dust is not so the only thing that I can like think of that dust is related to is the goddess of dust, Guizhong, from like Zhongli's, like from all that. So that's the only thing I know dust from, but this I think is something else. The most basic form of complex life. Huh. As if to provide evidence for this claim, Albedo lifted the burnt ash of the flower that once grew atop a Dendroslime's head. Seconds later, a Cecilia sprouted forth from the ash in his hand, and this is new birth. See, can he just make things? Can he just create shit? Because he was like in his character demo and his like character tales thing, he was like literally just drawing stuff and then bringing it to life out of the canvas. Like, what? Hello? Character story 1, Albedo has a very important job within the Knights of Favonius, but does not often appear in public. Still, he does not have the strange and eccentric temper that people tend to assume of academics. In fact, he is earnest in all of his dealings. He is, however, of the persuasion that it requires more energy to maintain relationships established on excessive enthusiasm. As a result, Albedo's equivalent of friendship involves maintaining an appropriate degree of distance. Whether shutting himself away to work or traveling and gathering materials, no one in Mondstadt knows how to find him. Albedo's tendency to avoid social interactions does not make him a cold-hearted person. He is sincere and contented when instructing his assistants, Timaeus and Sucrose. He finds pleasure in giving his sketches to the citizens of Mondstadt. Yet he cannot help but feel sincere disappointment that Lisa, for all her great talents, has chosen to remain a mere librarian. Character story 2. Albedo only got into Mondstadt because of his master's recommendation letter. On some level, this statement is true. Nevertheless, Mondstadt's gates are ever open to all, and a recommendation letter is not strictly necessary. Indeed, it could be argued that Albedo's life would have been far more comfortable without the letter. This is because the recipient of the letter was the famed travel writer Alice, an old friend of Albedo's master, Ryan Dottier? My goodness. I want to click on this so bad, but I feel like I'm going to get like just a plethora of spoilers, so I'm not going to. After receiving the letter, Alice considered its requests. So Ryan said that you'll need a laboratory, and not one of a size that a civilian could build either. I know. Wait, so she said Ryan, like that's a nickname, so there's obvious familiarity, right? That's what I'm gathering? That's fair to assume. And just like that, she threw him into the Knights of Favonius. The work of the Knights is actually quite easy for Albedo, requiring only 5% of his energy. Okay? Albedo had imagined that the rest of his energy could be spent on experiments, with the Knights' full range of apparatus at his disposal. And yet, Alice had a daughter named Klee. Yes, that Klee. We'll be a family from now on. Treat her like a real younger sister. From that day forth, remedying Klee's disasters would come to take up most of Albedo's remaining energy. How interesting. Okay. Character story 3. Albedo has no memory of any blood relations. From birth, he was already adventuring deep within domains with his master. Of course, Miss Alice, the Knights of Favonius, and that traveler who had a sense of the stellar depths about them, they are all important, and yet his master is unquestionably the most special to him. For Albedo, she is his only kin. She was a cold and strict woman who raised him and taught him the secrets of alchemy. The universe is the dark essence of the true starry sky, and the earth is the accumulated memories of time and lives. Holy crap. What a fucking line. The chalk, that is you. The earth is where alchemy gets its name, and is the basis of all life. And this, she demonstrated her technique before him as a huge life form burst from its culture tank in a shower of shattered fragments. This is new birth. Character story 4. Albedo once led a simple and content existence. There was no need for him to contemplate anything. Life was uneventful. Its meaning consisted of nothing more than accompanying his teacher, doing what she asked of him and meeting her expectations. But one day, deep in the heart of a dungeon, master and apprentice discovered an artifact known as the Heart of Naberius? Oh, I want to click on this so bad. What if it's in the event? Okay, wait, hold on. Just like a quick little okay, there's not much on it. Okay, it's fine. Heart of Naberius is an artifact discovered by Albedo and his master Ryan Dottier. I can't say it right. Deep in the heart of a dungeon. Shortly after discovering it, Ryan disappeared, leaving behind a message for Albedo to uncover the truth and meaning of this world. Trivia. Naberius is expected to be a god and possibly even a former Archon, based on the fact that this item's name is similar to the Chinese name for Gnosis, Heart of God. Oh, etymology, Nabirius is a demon and Marquess of Hell, mentioned in the Ars Goetia, who takes the form of a three-headed dog or a raven. He is said to have a harsh voice. What the fuck? Okay, well, there's not much on that. Like, there's literally just this, so I don't think it's been expanded upon. Okay. And with that, his master disappeared, leaving naught but a note, a recommendation letter, and a classical text behind. Upon the note was written, Albedo, go to Mondstadt, find my old friend Alice, and give her the recommendation letter. Then complete your final assignment. The classical text was one of the last extant manuscripts of the Opus Magnum from his master's collection. If one were to push the definition a little, she had left him another gift, the title of Kreiderprinz, and with it, a written acknowledgement that she had nothing further to teach him. In the past, Albedo's assignments had always been very difficult. He had always believed wholeheartedly that his master would make good on her threat to leave him should he fail. What the hell? That's horrible. But this assignment she had left to him was far too hard, far beyond the limit of his abilities. Did this mean then that he was fated to never complete it and thus never see his master again? Your final assignment, show me the truth and the meaning of this world. That's so fucking weird. I'm so lost. Like, I'm intrigued, but I don't know like the depth of what's being spoken about, you know? Character story 5. The alchemy that Albedo commands is wholly different from any of the arts practiced in the 7 nations of Teyvat. Its lineage can be traced back to the nation of Conria. Conria was an underground realm with precious few natural fauna. As such, its alchemy focused more heavily on the creation of life. This art of creation was known as the art of chemia. Ugh. Okay, it's fine. Let's just look. I can't not know. I'm so curious. The art of chemia is a form of alchemy that was developed in and primarily used by the people of Conria. Because Conria was an underground nation with little natural fauna, the art of chemia focuses on the creation of life. Its capabilities are vastly different from those practiced in the 7 nations of Teyvat. Okay, that's why Diane was like, I'm going to keep an eye on Albedo. 500 years ago, the art of chemia was a major factor in the fall of Conria during the cataclysm. Oh shit. It sounds like this was like the main, like they said, like one of the main reasons why Conria was attacked by the Archons, Celestia. We're not really sure yet. The universe is the dark essence of the true starry sky, and the earth is Okay, wait, this is something we already read. Details about how the art of chemia was developed or how it works are currently unknown. Those who have attained the pinnacle of learning and alchemical prowess are capable of creating synthetic life, the apex achievement of alchemy. Currently, the only person to have attained this level of ability is Gold, or Ryan Dottir. Wait. Okay. Gold. Is that like a nickname? The art of chemia played a major role in the cataclysm 500 years ago, which resulted in the destruction of Conria at the hands of the gods. As such, I love how gods is not archons, it's not like divine, it's like very vague, so we don't really know. As such, both Dainsleif and Venti, who were present for the fall of Conria, expressed their apprehension over Albedo's practice of it. Oh, interesting. Even Venti's like, I don't know about that. Synthetic life forms. When the pinnacle of attainment in alchemy is combined with unimaginably vast learning, the apex achievement is the creation of human life. Albedo about his existence as a synthetic human. While Ryan Dottir created many monsters whose invasion of Teyvat contributed to a large part of the conflicts during the cataclysm, she considered only 2 of her creations to be miraculous beings, the dragon Durin and Albedo, her successful synthetic human. Wait, wait. Durin? I've heard that before. Is that from the comic? That's the same one? Okay, hold. was slain by, yep, I know who this is. His corpse fell upon the mountain. Vindagniver. Ragnavinder, but mixed up. Vindagnir. Okay. Therefore, leading to the mountain to become known as Dragonspine. The poisonous blood that flowed within Durin's veins, which contained power from the abyss, was one of the catalysts that led to Dvalin's resurgence as Storm Terror. Okay, you know what? I'm going to not read all of this. I have a feeling that this might, since he's involved in Dragonspine, he might be involved in the events, so I'm not going to read that. I'm gonna restrain myself, even though I want to read this. The star-shaped mark on Albedo's neck was left after sealing the area where life force was infused into his vessel. Oh. Okay, he likens it to a birthmark and a pontil mark left on glassware, made through glass blowing. Oh. Before she created Albedo, Rheindotir produced another abandoned experiment. During her primordial human project. What the F? What is this? What is that? After deeming it a failure, she apparently had him devoured by Durin, allowing him to eventually reemerge. Oh, hold on. Oh, is that spoilers? Is that spoilers? We're gonna just pretend like I'm just not gonna read that. Known practitioners. Okay, these two known synthetic life forms. Rift wolves. Wait, primordial Albedo. What the fuck? What? I'm so confused. Okay, you know what? We're gonna just keep moving straight on, just cruising forward. Etymology: the ancient Greek word chemia, black earth, is a possible root for the Arabic word alchemia, from which the English word alchemy was derived. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, honestly, that just left me with more questions, so okay, let's just keep reading. Albedo had learned of this in his youth from reading his master's notes. The next stage after soil is chalk, which was also something his master had mentioned. Chalk is the spotless soil and was used to make primordial man. What? What? Now, Albedo understands alchemy in far greater depth than he did in the beginning, and his knowledge on the subject is far more comprehensive. From soil was birthed chalk. The profundity of this statement is well understood by Albedo now. Such ineffable secrets are bound up with his fond memories of his master. Fond memories? Didn't he say she was like cold and strict and would like abandon him if he failed? Okay, odd. She was not his birth mother, but there is no doubt that his life stems from her. I hope this isn't just wishful thinking, but when parents speak to their children about the meaning of this world, surely they just mean the pursuit of a happy life. Considering who this woman sounds like, I don't think she wanted a happy life for Albedo, but I don't know very much about it, so I can't make judgments just yet. From time to time, Albedo finds himself musing on this sentiment. Peculiar. Albedo's artwork. Albedo's interest in drawing and painting began back in the days of traveling with his master. Like, he doesn't call her mother, he calls her master. I feel like that's a huge, you know what I mean? Like, that's, I don't know. Anyway, at first, he would simply illustrate his notes with basic sketches, but he soon noticed that the process of rendering things in great detail helped him to intimately understand their physical makeup, which was of great utility to his alchemical studies. Additionally, it also allowed him to enter into a pleasant state of clarity in which he needed only to focus on observation and creating his artwork and nothing else. Eventually, Albedo became a master artist without ever having received formal tuition. When strolling through Mondstadt, he enjoys sketching and painting all manner of living things, but particularly people in moments of joy. Sometimes he even gifts his artwork to unsuspecting models, believing that when a work of art captures a transient moment of enjoyment, it is something worth treasuring. Albedo continued to refine his skills in this manner, going from strength to strength, until one day when he was taken aback by illustrations from Inazuma. Oh, how was it that drawings of such generality could possess such narrative power? Amazed, he decided to give it a go himself. Eventually, after collaborating with a certain novelist by the name of Sing Cho, A Legend of Sword was printed and published. Wait, that's cool. Unfortunately, it received lukewarm reviews, being lambasted as a dictionary with divine illustrations. Oh no. Vision. Gaining a vision came as no great surprise to Albedo. When he received it, he gave it a single glance before continuing to engross himself in his work. He barely felt any wave of emotion at all, as if this was something to be taken for granted. As far as he is concerned, his vision is merely a tool with which he can more conveniently conduct his research. What truly sparks joy within him is turning the unknown into the known. One day, he will understand all there is to know about this world, and visions are no exception. Albedo Sunblossom. His description for his character card is, allow me to bear witness to this miracle. And then his constellation is Princeps Cretaceous, meaning chalk prince. Very sus, I would say. We're going to go ahead and listen to some of these voiceover lines from other characters that speak about Albedo.
Albedo spends most of his time in his workshop, tinkering away with all of his awesome stuff. But when you see him in person, you can never quite tell what he's thinking. Not a clue at all.
Yeah, well, he probably likes it that way.
Alchemy genius? I wonder if he knows of a way to finally help me make a drink that people don't like.
What? Okay, Albedo. From Jean.
Sometimes I feel that terms like genius were originally created for Albedo.
Albedo. What? Isn't it Albedo? Very weird. Okay, Kaya.
Albedo, eh?
What?
Calm, collected, and incredibly talented. He's the type everybody likes. Some even more so than others. What, you into him as well?
Okay, interesting sentiments there, but why are they calling him Albedo? Everyone likes. I thought that in Albedo's his character stories, he was saying that he actually likes to keep a distance from people. Well, I guess that's how he feels and not how other people feel. Because he does go around like giving people free art, I guess, of them in their moments of joy. So it makes sense that I guess people really like him then.
Me and Albedo have a secret code. Whenever he puts a sign on his workshop door saying experiment in progress, that's code for come back later, Clee. Albedo's really nice and he's so patient with me, so I don't mind waiting until he's finished with his work.
Okay, that's cute. Also, I do want to say too, everybody likes, I'm sorry, just coming back to what Kaya said, Rosaria did not like Albedo. Like, she was like hella sus of him. Like, she did not vibe with him at all. Albedo was like, oh, she's just doing her job. But then Albedo said some really weird shit at the end of his quest, which we will get to after we talk about everything, after we go through all these voice lines and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if he's the type everybody likes. Maybe Rosaria is just an exception, but I don't know. All right, Lisa?
Albedo is quite the alchemist. Just say the word and he'll come up with a good solution. He's easy on the eyes, too. Just like you.
Oh my god, Lisa.
The chief alchemist has been very kind to me. He helped me make all the survey equipment I use in the field. I even have some pens he made that will work even when I'm hanging upside down from a tree. But it seems that making artistic sketches is quite different from making maps. I've tried to make some sketches of a target area as supplemental intel before. And word has it that Captain Albedo went silent for a long time when he saw them.
Okay, let's see what Mona has to say. She should have something interesting to say about him.
Albedo? I envy his ability to solely focus on his research without getting bogged down in mundane worldly affairs. What a wonderful life. If that batty old lady hadn't had one too many screws loose, perhaps that's the life I'd be living by now myself.
Okay, so not really anything. There's no real insight on Albedo himself, but she does reference. I'm assuming this is the This was mentioned in her story quest, or not her story quest, but her character stories when we did her video about this being her teacher. So interesting. Oh, Rosaria. Okay, let's see.
He's like an oil painting you find hanging on the wall in some ancient hall. Profound, mysterious, hard to see through. But what can I say? I find people with stories interesting.
Ooh, the way she said interesting is kind of like almost threatening. Like, I shouldn't find you interesting, because if I do find you interesting, I'm going to be on your ass. I'm going to be suspicious of you. I'm going to be like looking into your shit. That's awesome. Rosaria, like, despite not seeing her, I've only seen her twice now. Like, the first time I think was very early on. We were talking with like Barbara in the church and she showed up. I made a couple comments, and then this is the second time we've seen her in like, you know, main story or like character quests. But I like she's so cool. Like, Rosaria's cool. All right, what does Sucrose have to say?
Talent? Let's hypothesize that he and I were to perform the same research. I'd still spend my whole life playing catch-up. But my studying bioalchemy has nothing to do with evading his line of research. We just happen to have different interests and dreams. Nothing more.
Okay.
As his assistant, I learned so much each and every day. What's key is not his existing knowledge, but his talented way of thinking. No matter how complex the task at hand, his way of thinking ensures he gets to the bottom of it, and is able to explain it thoroughly. His methodologies are amazing. To me, it's where alchemy meets art.
Wow. Okay, well that was profound, wasn't it? I don't know if this has anything to do with Albedo. Just like this. Yeah, I'm not gonna have them read this. It's not really anything about Albedo necessarily. Okay, let's see it. We've already heard this technically, but let's just hear it again.
How do you explain white chalk in black soil, or the Earth's dense crust amidst the emptiness of space? Same reason the purest soil gave birth to human life. It's an ancient power with unmistakable properties. Trying to harness it is dangerous indeed. I can't imagine what would happen if someone lost control of it in the city. Never mind. What goes on within Mondstadt's walls is up to Mondstadt's people to deal with.
Oh my god, Venti. Not him. Okay, so when I first heard this, because I did Venti's quest, like, he was one of the first character quests I did, and I hadn't met Albedo at all, so I had nothing. When I heard this for the first time, I was like, what the hell is he talking about? But now that I do, okay, white chalk in black soil, interesting. He acknowledges that it's the purest soil, it gives birth to human life, it's ancient, and it has unmistakable properties. Trying to harness it is dangerous. And he said, well, what would happen if someone lost control of it in the city? Which is essentially, I'm assuming, what happened in Conria. Which is why he's like, never mind. Him being like coy about this. Oh my gosh, this is so, Venti is so sus sometimes. What goes on within Mondstadt's walls is up to Mondstadt's people to deal with. Really? Venti, I swear. Whenever he gets his next character story, I'm sure it's gonna just be like absolutely mind-blowing. I'm almost 100% sure. He's the only Archon who doesn't have a second character story. And that should, I don't know, I feel like some people are like, yeah, that's because he's not as important or he's like weak. I don't think so. I think it's because he's really important and his second character quest is gonna drop bombs. All right, Sing Cho.
I've thought of all the illustrations I want for each major event in the next 3 volumes. I should write my thoughts down before I forget them and send them to Mr. Quaideprince.
Oh wow, he calls him by his formal title. Oh, I feel like that's something Sing Cho would do. Okay, I do not feel much excitement for birthdays themselves. To me, it is as ordinary as the countless days that you and I have experienced. The sun rises and sets, the flowers bloom, nothing more. I can certainly see the reason why people value it. It is indeed a joy to gather and celebrate with important people on this special day. If you have time, please come visit me. No need to rush, just come when you are free, and no need to bring any gifts. I will have the tea and snacks ready. These ordinary days may turn into something different because of interesting people like you. Paintings that require your opinion. It's been a while, so I think it is time we met up. I've painted a lot lately in varied styles and with different themes. I'd like to know what you think of them. Your comments will help me understand your artistic preferences, and based on them, I will draw you a portrait. Yes, a portrait as promised. Do you still remember it? We can share stories on our journeys, exchange ideas on alchemy, discuss research topics, or study the birth of a new sprout. I'm sure we'll touch upon these stimulating topics today. As usual, I will prepare the refreshments. I look forward to seeing you. Wait, so I guess his birthday is just like when he was created, right? When he was made? Okay, trivia. Albedo is a synthetic human, created from alchemy by his master Ryan, also known as Gold. While he debates whether he considers her his mother, in character story 5, by the events of Shadows Amidst Snowstorms, he openly calls her his mother to the Traveler. I'm pretty sure that was just a spoiler. Okay. On Ryan part, the description for concealed talent implies that she considers him her greatest creation. Not her son, then. Oh, that sounds very complicated. As of version 3.1, Albedo is currently the only character who is unplayable at any point during his story quest series. Oh right, we didn't get to test him out. Albedo is the illustrator for Sing Cho's novel. He enjoys reading the novels himself and rejected the Ye Publishing House's offers to have him change series for greater royalties. The fact that Albedo was an artificial human who came from Conria was heavily suggested before it was directly confirmed. Okay, hold on. I think we're getting into spoilers here. I'm scared to read on. I'm scared because some of this information I feel like is going to be something we learn in the events, and I just don't want to like know everything that happens in the event before actually watching it. How about this? We're just gonna skip these like bullet points here, just in case there's something that from the events that I just don't want to read. So I'm just gonna skip over it. If you have seen the events, you're welcome to pause and read, but I'm going to scroll down to the next main point right here. Albedo is one of the few currently playable characters who acknowledges or even seems aware that the Traveler is from another world. He deduced this based on the Traveler's ability to control multiple elements without a vision. In version 1.2, players noticed that Albedo didn't breathe like all the other characters did in Dragonspine. Oh, this turned out to be an error. Oh, okay. Version 1.4 event. Windbloom reveals. We're not going to read that because we're going to watch that at some point, so we're going to skip that. Albedo refers to Alice as Aunt Alice and considers her daughter Klee to be his younger sister. Okay, Albedo is known by these aliases or titles: the Chalk Prince, Captain of the Investigation Team, Cretaceous, Subject 1, Calx, pen name in Inazuma. In his original character introduction and illustration, Albedo is seen armed with a sacrificial sword. In-game, as of Shadows Amidst Snowstorms, he is seen wielding his signature Cinnabar Spindle in all cutscenes. As a trial character, Albedo is the only playable character who wields a flagship event weapon in at least one of his character trial iterations. Oh. Excluding Aloy, and the Traveler, he is also one of the only 2 5-star characters who has never wielded a 5-star weapon in any of his character trial iterations. The other 5-star character with this distinction is Chi-Chi. Okay. Etymology. The word albedo means whiteness in Latin. The term is used in alchemy to refer to the second phase in the creation of a philosopher's stone, the opus magnum, from prima materia. Oh, that's cool. His title, Kreideprinz, means chalk prince in German. His constellation, Princeps Cretaceous, is Latin for chalk prince. Albedo at times mentions the Hadean, in Chinese dark ancient, and the Phanerozoic, in Chinese visible light. The terms are used in Tide of Hadean and Opening of Phanerozoic, as well as the Chinese, Japanese, and Korean voiceovers of his elemental burst. Oh. Okay, wow. They are a reference to the geologic timescale of the real world. The Hadean refers to the eon from 4.6 billion years ago to 4 billion years ago, while the Phanerozoic spans from 541 million years ago to the present time. The later eon includes the period of the Cretaceous, Latin Creta means chalk, which lasted from around 145 to 66 million years ago. They may be used here as their literal senses, namely Albedo is perhaps saying the primordial dark ancient era was followed by the era in which life has emerged, including me, the chalk prince, and artificial life created by alchemy. Oh wow. Okay, that's really complicated, and it's got like a lot of interesting little like actual real world facts interwoven there, which is really cool. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and listen to his voice lines now. Okay.
I am Albedo, chief alchemist of the Knights of Favonius. You carry the aura of the stars. Interesting. I would like to study you, if you do not mind. I'm certain we will have many opportunities to be alone in the future.
Study me? See, that kind of thing makes me uncomfortable. Because knowing who he is, where he's from, and who he's possibly connected to, that just doesn't... I don't know about that.
What of you? How about a quick break so I can sketch this beautiful scenery?
Okay.
The truth of this world. What could it be?
You and me both, buddy. I don't know.
Going out into the world and investigating, turning the unknown into the known. I miss this feeling. The soil is moist, ideal for collecting the roots of boom blossoms. No, please, allow me to handle this. Master.
When it snows. Ooh, wait. So he associates snow with his master. The only other place, obviously, other than Dragonspine, is that we know is heavily covered in snow is Snezhnaya. So, and Snezhnaya is where the Fatui are based. It's where the Harbingers are based. It's where a lot of shit we don't know is based. So, interesting. He could just be saying this because it's snowing on Dragonspine and it reminds him of his master, but ooh, interesting.
Ample light, active biological organisms. Yes, this is a good place to sketch.
Okay.
Good morning. Are we going to search for ancient relics today? Good afternoon. I heard your footsteps. My, it certainly is lively outside of the workshop. It's gotten quiet outside. Good night. You go ahead and rest. I will just finish one last experiment before bed. If you are interested in the results, I can discuss them with you tomorrow.
Okay.
Genius. A number of people call me that, but I don't think I'm any genius. Relationships are quite troublesome. Once you establish a relation with someone, you must continue to maintain it. If you lose contact, you must re-establish the relation. This taxing cycle requires a lot of time.
Okay, I mean, I guess that can be relatable to some people who just like socializing is just not their thing. They just don't have the energy for it. So, I mean, I think some people might say, oh, this is him being an asshole. I mean, I don't think so. I think, again, like I said, I think a lot of people can relate to just not having the energy for that, and they don't mean any harm by it. They just don't they just don't have it in them, which, you know, is fine. It's part of his personality.
You want to accompany me while I experiment? I'm honored. Oh, don't be nervous. My experiments may be dangerous, but no one gets hurt. Most of the time.
Yeah, I still remember that he was like, oh yeah, the potion is fine, I tried it, but he didn't warn us that it might, I don't know, burn us on the inside. But so I will remember that, Albedo.
Would you oblige me by serving as my assistant? After observing so many experiments, you surely know a good deal about alchemy by now. Relax. We will work together. I don't think you will have any problems. I have faith in my ability to instruct you, and even more faith in your exceptional talents.
Okay, well, a vote of confidence then.
My vision? Ah, that's nothing more than a tool to aid in my experiments, no different from a beaker or crucible. The one thing about it that really intrigues me is the principle behind how it works. One day, I will uncover its secrets. It's only a matter of time.
Yep, and when you do, buddy, hit me up, because I want to know how those work too.
There's something I've always wanted to ask you, but feared rejection and disappointment. I am very interested in your little floating companion. May I borrow her to investigate for a short while?
Actually, that is something I would agree to. Paimon wouldn't like it, but I want to know what her deal is. She's very, very suspicious sometimes. So yeah, I'd like to know too.
You would like to know more about petrified trees? Actually, the petrified trees you have come across in domains aren't that ancient. Truly ancient trees usually grow to around 1 or 2 miles in height. Oh, and there's a kind of large spider that lives around their roots. If you tie one up in Cape jasmine and lemongrass, and sprinkle on some cardamom, smoke it for a few hours, you get a fragrant taste that's simply unforgettable.
Ew, I'm not eating a spider. A large giant spider? Shut up. No. No. Ew.
Family. Although Alice has always asked me to call her mother, when I think of the idea of family, my master comes to mind first. My earliest memories in life are of going on adventures with her. She taught me the art of alchemy and much knowledge about the world. Perhaps even the words family and master are incapable of fully expressing her meaning to me.
I don't know. I think it says something that Alice wants him to call her mother, like a familial paternal term, and she wants him to view Klee in this familial sibling kind of way. Like she's trying to establish, I don't know much about Alice, you know, she might be a horrible woman. I don't know. But from what it seems that she's trying to encourage for Albedo to do, she wants him to establish these like relations that ground him in kind of like a human mindset or human society. As much as Albedo says he doesn't like socializing, she is trying to give him at least these like anchoring relationships, like his relationship with Klee, and she's like, call me mother, which is, you know, interesting. And has this obvious attachment to his master because his master made him, literally created him. But it doesn't sound like Reindatir, or however you say it. She doesn't sound like that great of a person. Like if she was part of the reason why, like she was creating rift wolves and stuff, like I don't know. I just like, there's a lot of suspicious stuff going on. I don't know very much about that lore, so I can't even make like super intelligent deductions, but I don't know. From what I've heard so far, I do not like his master at all.
Sucrose? I think I more or less understand why she's so dedicated to her research in bioalchemy. Either way, I'm happy to see her succeed more and more in her endeavors.
Well, that's nice.
Working with Sucrose on alchemy research is quite pleasant, but she has some stubborn qualities in regards to certain aspects unrelated to research. For example, I have told her numerous times to just call me Albedo, since we are about the same age, but she insists on addressing me in an excessively formal manner. Whatever she prefers, I guess.
Okay.
Lisa? I always am impressed by the valuable perspectives she brings to discussions. But is a person with her talents satisfied with such a basic occupation as librarian? There must be some hidden reason for this.
Lisa, I feel like, is full of of lore. I'm going to be doing character videos on almost every single character. I want to do that eventually, not all in one go, but Lisa will be interesting to look in on when we do get to her at some point.
Indeed, I view Klee as my younger sister. Whenever she gets herself into some explosive sort of trouble, I can only console myself with the fact that her current destructiveness is nothing compared to that of Miss Alice.
Okay.
Jean. She has served exceptionally well as acting Grandmaster. One can even say she is more reliable than Grandmaster Varka. Perhaps in our hearts, we all eagerly await the day she can become the official Grandmaster herself.
Okay, that's respect there for Jean.
Oh, Xingqiu. I find his written works quite interesting. The Yae publishing house in Inazuma has been asking that I cooperate with a different author for greater royalties. Do I seem the type to be swayed by a few extra mora?
Apparently not.
Barbara. She's a very earnest deaconess. I once had the opportunity to sketch her a simple portrait. What happened to the sketch? Yes. Albert offered to purchase it, but I rejected his bid and gave it to the acting Grandmaster. Social relations really require a lot of effort.
Oh, Albert, what the hell? Some random dude wanted Barbara's portrait? That's weird.
Have a question for me? Go ahead, ask. It doesn't take too long to ask a single question, does it? I'm about to begin the final stage of an experiment.
Well, dang, okay, fine. I'll leave you alone.
Oh, by the way, did you know that without human manipulation, you would need to harness the power of a sun 8 times the size of our own in order to naturally create gold?
Okay. No, I did not know that. Wow, 8 suns. 8 times. A power of a sun 8 times the size of our own.
The time required to sketch portraits closely correlates with one's mood. I could spend half a day sketching Huffman, while I might only need 3 strokes of the pencil to sketch Kaya. 1 for the face, 1 for the eye patch string, and 1 for the eye patch.
What? What does that mean? That he, is more familiar with Kaya than he is with Huffman's, visage? Pencil strokes to sketch. Okay, interesting.
What do I do besides sketching and research? I will occasionally read novels from Inazuma and Liyue. They contain many fascinating ideas which can sometimes provide me with unexpected inspirations for my own creations.
Okay. Makes sense, right?
Even now, I find the Negrito processing stage of alchemy passed down by my master to be full of mystery. What did my master want to create using this technique? My research is far from over. I will require your help to investigate further.
Okay. What does that help include?
Besides research, the activity I spend most of my time on is probably sketching. At first, I saw it simply as a way to better study the structure of living things and materials, so as to aid me in my experiments. But it eventually became a hobby of mine. Indeed, it is a very good way to relax.
Okay.
There's just never enough time, is there? Even when I remove the most troublesome matters from my schedule, I still can't find enough time for everything.
You and me both. There's never enough time for anything.
I really do enjoy having dessert.
OMG, same.
How can I put it? When both physical and mental capacity are spent, high-energy materials further provide a kind of primordial, highly effective boost.
Highly effective boost. Primordial. He just called dessert primordial highly effective boost.
What food do I dislike? Large portions of meat at restaurants?
What? That's
I
so
have a
random.
rather small appetite, so a meal like that only ends up in tragedy. Either I overeat and the joy of the taste is lost, or I don't finish it and the food is wasted. I decided to simply not go to restaurants, although that has also meant I must spend more time preparing my own food.
What a conundrum.
If flavors were colors, this one would be gold.
Okay.
You're willing to spend so much time on improving your cooking, and that's precisely how you're able to make it taste so good.
Okay.
This is more than I can manage. Maybe we could split it between us? Happy birthday. You look especially happy. Would you mind if I sketched you? The capacity of our brains is limited, so we are bound to forget things. But when an image is transferred onto paper or canvas, the sketch becomes an extension of our memory. We can remember that past feeling when we later look at the sketch.
Okay, that was pretty profound, right?
Negredo is the first step in alchemy, drawing from primordial forms. As beings who live in this world, we must find our own meaning. Albedo is the step in which change begins, clearing away the excess so we can take on all the knowledge that is available. Would you like to investigate this world with me? Rubido in alchemy refers to the refining of feeling. I feel the refining of my own emotions is also thanks to you.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Citrinitas is the final stage of the alchemical transmutation process. The meaning of the object being transmuted has finally been brought to light, becoming gold and revealing its true value. I too have found my own meaning.
You know, I do want to make a comment that, you know, been brought to light, becoming gold, revealing true value. Zhongli has also mentioned, you know, the word gold. It could just be like, you know, coincidence, but not many things are coincidence when it comes to Genshin lore. But Zhongli said that when he was talking about, unlike when we have really high friendship with him, he was saying that, you know, I consider you my friend, and that my memories of you will continue to shine like gold. And I don't know, I just think that it's interesting that it's like becoming gold. Albedo's talking about that as well. I don't know. Interesting similarities.
Burst forth! Come into being! Live! Moment of birth! Feel this ancient power! Witness my great undertaking!
Okay.
This world holds many a rare treasure. If this treasure could talk. Although it's not gold, it certainly glitters. My calculations were off. Time to reassess. New strategies required. I'll take over from here. This is too dangerous for you. Ashes to ashes. Dust to dust. My experiment failed. Seems my research is over. Still within my threshold. A miscalculation! Understood. Some in-the-field research? Let's investigate this further.
Okay, well, Mr. Albedo, as Jean and Kaya called him. Let's take a look at his teapot dialogue really quickly.
Hello. I heard the sound of footsteps from afar. And here you are. I believe that the utopia referenced in literature would likely resemble this place.
Wow.
Peaceful and comforting. Enough for one to forget the time while pouring oneself into research. Huh? Yes, of course. Right. Let your creative instincts run unabated, and I should be quite content. I will often sketch my surroundings. Your arrangements in this realm also provide a source of inspiration for me. Thank you.
Alright, friendship 4.
Certainly. I will let you decide the topic of our conversation. Yes, this is a habit that I formed a long time ago. Initially, it was for research purposes. I originally tried to reproduce subjects with a rubbing technique. However, the results were inadequate and lacked spirit. After that, I tried to learn how to draw. While refining my artistic skills, I unconsciously found myself engrossed in drawing. If you ask me, the world is a limitless library. There's a multitude of research topics for experiments. You can use your own hands to unearth unknown secrets and ultimately master new knowledge. This sort of feeling is captivating. Anything else? Probably you?
Okay.
At first, it was because you carry the aura of the stars, but now, it seems that there is more to it. Why is this? Give me some time, and I can conduct experiments to find out.
Oh boy, I don't know what those experiments would contain.
Where should I begin? In your company, I never lack inspiration. It's good for both drawing and experiments, and not just for these, but for many other things. Speaking of which, I used to think interaction with others was a waste of time, but after meeting you, I'd rather spend my time on you than other matters. This is a unique anomaly. I think I likely know the reason why.
The reason why? Is it because he thinks that we're like the same? Like we're both made of chalk or whatever he said?
So, can you also give me more of your time? Thank you. Then today's subject, you and your realm.
Your realm? Oh. The teapot. I thought for a second he meant Teapot, and I was like, what? Teapot's our realm? What?
Thank you. I'll guarantee your safety, as I've done before. We already understand each other quite well, don't we? By the way, after we're done, may I have the pleasure of inviting you to dessert with me?
I may eat yours too, so beware.
To continue our time together, and to thank you for your company. Morning. I've already organized my next stage of research objectives, but should you have other arrangements, I don't necessarily mind revising my plans. Good night. May you have sweet dreams. You don't require me to read you a bedtime story, do you?
Lamau. Alright, special dialogue with the special set.
This is a nice workshop. Looks like I will be able to continue my research here as well. I believe that you must have acquired some sort of secret art that allows you to copy things from the real world. Is this not so? If you don't mind, I'd like to conduct some further research with you. Perhaps it may be of some help to you. A fascinating copy. You have attended to every fine detail. Even the feeling of the wilderness that one can only experience when adventuring themselves. All right then. I'll go ahead and start sketching. Would you mind if I make you the subject matter of my sketch?
We are his favorite subject, apparently. Okay, on to lore discussion of the little I seem to know and character log. Okay, when it comes to theories for Albedo, I feel like this section's going to be really short for this specific video because I feel like this section's going to be much bigger once I learn more about him. Like, I know we read all of his character stories and his lines and stuff, but a lot of stuff still doesn't really make a lot of sense. And a lot of the things I was reading on the wiki also just came out of nowhere. And I think I spoiled a couple things for myself, unfortunately. I tried so hard not to, but I think once I get through the events, I will definitely update this little section, not in this video, but in those event videos. I'll have like a really extended theory section and character log at the end of those videos, so I can like more efficiently apply the information I have learned in this video to the context I get from the events, because Albedo seems to be connected to a lot of things. He seems to be connected to a lot of important lore details regarding people who were involved in the Cataclysm, like Rhine and Conria. Even Dane, when he was narrating, was paid a particular attention, personal attention to Albedo and his goings on. So again, I don't really have much to say other than he seems to be tied to a lot of things regarding Conria. I don't really know what he really thinks about like Kaya. He said he can paint Kaya or like draw him really easily, but like I thought he would have more to say on Kaya, considering Kaya's like supposedly tied to Conria in some way. So I don't know. I hope we get some more context in the events, but I think that's I'm gonna have to wrap it up for the theory section, because I literally can't even properly theorize. Okay, so let me just say this. First impressions of Albedo. Like, if we're going strictly off of information I know right now, I think he is quite an interesting person. I think he's probably relatable to a lot of people who are maybe like neurodivergent, or people who are just introverted, who like his comments about like not wanting to talk to people and it being like exhausting, and it's just something he doesn't want to put his time into, and it's only like connections that really matter to him and that like anchor him as a person, like Klee, his master, and Alice, and the Traveler, and even Sucrose in a way, and like people who he involves himself with like daily, who, you know, mean the most to him. I think that that's all he really needs. Like, he doesn't need a huge social circle, and I think that maybe people can really relate to that. I personally don't need like a lot of friends to feel socially fulfilled. Like, I have my best friends, and I have my found family and my brother and stuff like that, and like I'm set. I don't need a bunch of friends. But I think also when it comes to his relationship with Klee, I want to know more about that. I'm hoping we get like more insight or context to that relationship. Like, what's that dynamic? Because Albedo is so reserved, right? He's so pulled back and collected, and Klee is like the exact opposite of that, right? So I think it'd be fun to witness what that dynamic is, and like, does she warm him up? Like, does he kind of loosen up when he's around her, or does she kind of become more collected and a little more cool in, you know, being around him so often? So I think it'd be cool to like figure out what that dynamic is. It'd be interesting to see his dynamic with the other knights, like with Jean, Kaya, Lisa, especially since he had a couple interesting comments about Lisa. I think it would just be cool just to see him interact with characters, because again, like, the only character who wasn't Albedo that we interacted with was Sucrose and Rosaria, where they had very differing opinions of Albedo. Rosaria was very suspicious, and when I first was playing the quest, I was like, why is she so suspicious of him? Like, where is this coming from? But after the ending of his fucking quest, where he like, it's revealed that he blatantly lied to our face about the results of the, you know, tests, and him saying like, oh, I'll destroy Mondstadt and blah blah blah. Like, Rosaria was definitely justified in her concerns. But I would just like to see him just interact, because watching characters interact with each other gives you a better idea of who that character is, right, as a person. So just more of that. I feel like his character quest was a little like, I think, I don't know if it was supposed to be his initial introduction. I'm assuming it was. Like, I guess I'll find this out, but when the stuff all came out originally, was the quest the first thing you were supposed to play and then the event, or was the event what introduced him? Like, did he make his debut in canon through an event quest or the character quest? Because if it's one of the, like, I just bring that up because it felt like his introduction was stilted, or like I wasn't getting enough of what I should have been getting, some like groundwork, because we're just kind of thrown in and we just kind of go to find him. And there's like this confusing thing, like I don't know what was going on with Rosaria and Barbara. I'm assuming that had to do with the event quest. And then once we actually meet him, he's just like, oh, we just go straight into like doing experiments and stuff. So I felt like we weren't really given a chance to like really even introduce ourselves to him and like really understand who this is. And him, you know, being very efficient and kind of introverted, or I should say reserved. It's hard to read him, so it was hard to get any kind of impression from him, which I guess is part of his thing, right? Like, he prefers it that way. He likes to keep people at a distance, especially if he doesn't know them that well. He's like, I don't have energy to try and get to know you. I don't really want to, unless like I need to, or you intrigue me. His thing with the drawing is very interesting. I still don't understand how much of that is like, can he draw and just manifest what he draws straight out of the canvas, or is that like a metaphor for him being able to create life? Like, how much of that is real? Like, how much of that is metaphor? I wasn't really sure, because when he was drawing and like sketching and stuff in the character quest itself, he wasn't like bringing the hilichurls out of his painting, but in the like character tales, and he mentions like he can create, like in his idol, or what it showed, I'm assuming is his idol animation, when they showed him like with the little leaf thing and like sprouting in his hand, and he was able to just create the flower. Like, what are the limits of that? Like, what's the process behind that? And of course, if some of it's kind of a magical and it's not all like super reality-based science, like that's okay, but having an understanding as a player what the universal limits, like what are the limits within this universe of that? Like, can he just create anything? I know like creating human life is like a big thing that like only Gold has been able to do, and like Albedo's the only synthetic human so far, at least to my knowledge right now, that's been successfully made. So I know that kind of life is a big no-no apparently from Celestia, and there was a lot of issues with Conria, and there's a whole mess there that I would love to get down to the bottom of. But like, can he just create like flowers, plants? Because like, I don't know, the Vishhap he like created in that one character trailer thing, that like Vishhaps are somewhat sentient. So like, I feel like creating plants is one thing, but like creating a being, even if it's not a human, like that's that's like a big deal. So I don't know, like, what are the limits of that? Like, what are the limits? What can he do? How does that work? I think I would like some answers on that. It's really cool. Like, it's interesting, and alchemy is such a cool concept to introduce into the world of Teyvat, especially since it's something that's connected to humanity, and it's humans' creation rather than something that's divine or given by the Archons or something like that. So even, Venti is wary of it. So I think, speaking of the Archons, I think it's peculiar that his vision is a Geo one. And I know it's not like the Archons themselves that choose to give the visions themselves, right? Like, I think that was established pretty early on, that like, it's not, when someone gets an Anemo vision, it's not Venti choosing to give them an Anemo vision. It's something higher than Venti that's gracing that person with that vision. But I still think I don't know, I think it's peculiar that it's Geo, because Zhongli is all about remembering and time, and he said that memory is held in the rock, that rock remembers, and Albedo's whole thing about chalk and soil being the purest form of life, and that memories are in the soil, and life is created from soil and bedrock and dust. I don't know. I think there's some sort of parallel there. I don't know what it is exactly, but I sense that there's some connecting through line, which is fun. I don't know much about it. I can't really theorize very well on it, but I think it's interesting, and I just wanted to make a point of it. But yeah, I think what I'm coming to at this point is I just don't know very much about him. Like, even having read all that stuff in his character stories and in his voice lines, I still feel like I just don't know him. Like, he's very mysterious, right? And he's got a lot of facets to his personality that, you know, you kind of have to peel away like layers of an onion, right? So I feel like I'm at the very first layer, the outer layer, and even despite being let in on certain insights, we're not really told much, you know? So I think the events will shed a lot of light on who he is, hopefully, because I've heard from personal friends and stuff that Albedo is like an event character, that he shines in the events. He's very present in the events and that he plays a big role in the events. So yeah, I'm excited from the event trailers that I did see, or I guess not event per se, but like the version trailers that I watched. It seems like there is some drama that happens. Some shit goes down, shit hits the fan, and I'm very excited to experience that. And once I do, I will definitely be able to more fully round out my opinion of Albedo. So I think for now, I have a very kind of slightly on the negative side. Like, I'm neutral, but kind of leaning towards negative. Because, I mean, homeboy did lie to our face about the experiment. He's like, I made a point to make sure I told her all the results were normal. And the results were very not normal. And then he said some really sus things about destroying Mondstadt and Teyvat, and if we would be strong enough to stop him or some shit. So I don't know. The lying to our face is not a good sign. It's not a good start, is it? I mean, it's just so odd because he said, you know, Kaya's like, oh, he's so likable, and he always talks about how sincere he is, and yet he lied to us, to our face, actually. So without stuttering, without blinking, without missing a beat. So that's not usually a sign of someone who's normally like super sincere and never has anything to hide. Someone who lies that well and so easily, you know, it's a little concerning. So Rosaria's suspicion of him turned out to be correct, and I think that while we might get more interesting information on him regarding maybe the warmer parts of him that involve like Klee and that kind of stuff, there is the side of him that feels very cold, and he's lied to us. And I'm not a fan of that, but you know, it's maybe he didn't tell us for a reason, and maybe that reason will be revealed in the event. So I'm not going to say too much on that, but lying to our face is not a good start. I do think as a character, like objectively, he's very interesting. Like, he's super intriguing. He has so many aspects about like with connecting him to Conria and all these things that I want to know about. A lot of questions I have, he seems to be part of the answers, or at least related to the answers in some way. But anyway, that is going to wrap up the character log for this video, but I will have updated character logs in the event videos for sure. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you did, as always, I very much appreciate you spending your time with me. Listening to myself like editing this video was so much fun, because hearing myself just absolutely lose my shit about how like I didn't know what was going on and all that stuff. It's just, oh my god, it was so funny. I can't wait to share those event reactions, because ooh boy, do those are those packed with drama and action and suspense and all of the above. So I'm excited to share those with you. Those should be coming up after the Chasm quests, and I think I also do Galen and Hutel's quest after the Chasm quests. But the Chasm quests actually, so next week is Eula's video, and then after Eula's video is going to be the Chasm quest. So we're really close. I've recorded a couple hangouts before Sumeru and stuff like that, but I think I'm going to postpone them just so we can just keep moving forward, and I'll post the hangouts at some point. But since they're not like, there's no heavy lore involved in those that I would like need to know going into the Chasm or going into Sumeru. I'm just gonna postpone them a little bit till later, maybe do a double upload, maybe, where I can get those out and still keep us going forward, because we are coming towards the end of Sumeru. Can you believe it? And we're going to be going into Fontaine much sooner than we all think. So I want to get through to the chasm. I'm so excited to share those videos with you. So Eula and then the chasm. I'm so excited. My Discord is down in the description. The link for my socials, Patreon, all that stuff is down there if you would like to check those out. Our community is really chill, so if you just want to get more involved, you're welcome to, or if you would like to just lurk and hang out and just kind of read the discussions, you're more than welcome to do that too. No pressure to engage if you don't want to. So a little heads up, I will be streaming at the end of this month. So my goal is to stream my initial reaction and like experience with Honkai Star Rail. I will be doing videos on that. There is a new game called Wuthering Waves as well that I applied for the closed beta, so if I get into that, I will be covering that game as well. I'm trying to like not overload myself, but I'm very excited about what is to come, and I will always like Genshin is not going anywhere, okay? Genshin is still going to be the main thing. There's still going to be weekly uploads, but I am going to start streaming at the very end of the month with the release of Star Rail. So I will have more information about that in Discord. I update all the time in there, and I'm very active there. So if you have any questions, and I have schedules on my Discord, YouTube schedules, Patreon schedules, Twitch schedules, a future Twitch schedule is going to be up there. So yeah, thank you again. I'll see you in the next one.